All right, welcome everybody to our first draft here on the Limited Level Ups YouTube channel. We are in early access. It's still Tuesday as I'm recording this, so not available to just everybody just yet, but streamers have early access. So I'm going to use that opportunity, do a little bit of draft here to kickstart our journey into Dominaria United. So let's go through this pack. I'll try to talk about the cards more than I normally would, just because, you know, it's a new set. Our rare is Leaf Crown Visionary, which is not a supported rare in this set. There's just not that many elves. Shalai's Acolyte, totally solid card. I like Zar quite a bit. I think this card is probably what I'm going to take. Essence Scatter has been great. I think is top blue common. Really impressed with it. Tribute to Urborg, fine removal spell, but I've been really happy with this card. And Green White's been pretty good for me too. So let's just start with the really nice golden common here. All right, what do we have to follow that up? So we've got Threats Undetected, which is kind of a funny card. Not really a great limited card, but you can go search for a bunch of creatures. Basically, you get your third and fourth best creatures out of your deck into your hand, so not all that exciting. Shalai's Acolyte is fine. You know, it's kind of like a green-white gold card after we've taken a green-white gold card, but it's a little unexciting, I think, in general. This pack overall, I think, is a little bit unexciting. There's like Rootwalla, which I think is a fine threat. There's the Floriferous Vinewall. Sorry, Floriferous. I learned how to pronounce that today. Floriferous Vinewall, which is fine if you're like really doing heavy domain stuff. But I actually think I'm just going to take the land here. I think that taking lands, like, especially when we have a domain payoff, is pretty good at this point. I think one of the questions you always have to ask yourself when you're drafting the set is like, how early should I take a land? And I think in this pack where there's nothing too exciting that I'm that interested in, here's a good place to take a land. Oh, I should actually note Urborg Repossession. I do like that card, but I think I'm going to take land here over that. All right, what do we have here? So we've got Pilfer, which is, you know, just a hand disruption spell, not amazing. Fire's a Victory. This card's awesome. And I think blue-red is my front runner for the best deck so far. I had some really good blue-red decks today, so that one's on my list here. We got Yavimaya Iconoclast, which is a fine card. I think this is a pretty solid card as well. There is Captain's Call, which plays pretty well with the Zar here, putting counters on all your creatures, so not a bad one. Essence Scatter, like I mentioned, really quite nice. There's Scout the Wilds, which, you know, Scout the Wilderness, which is, you know, fine ramp spell. You know, better if you're doing stuff with tokens, which we might be. I think I'm just going to take the Fires. Like, I think it's just early enough that, and this card is just so solid. Like, basically, early on, you kill anything, and then later in the game, it's pretty likely you kill the thing you want, but if you can't, you get to, like, kill a smaller thing and draw a card. So, really great card, and I think I'm just going to take it here. We might even end up in, like, a super heavy domain deck where we're splashing, you know, the blue off of this and have red and have this card too. So, very open-ended, I found this set to be. It's a lot of directions you can go. So, I'm not at all locked in. I just want to take all the, you know, the best cards as early as possible. I just want to be taking the best cards early on, right? Because you never know where you're going to end up. All right, this pack is pretty unexciting. There's a land, and I might just take that. There's a Tribute to Urborg. Again, just like a fine interaction spell. All these other cards are fairly bad to replaceable. Again, another of these Tribal Lords, which doesn't really do anything in this set. We've got a Saga, which is not particularly good. This Phyrexian Warhorse I found to be pretty decent, but once again, this is a pack where I'm like, well, nothing really matters so much, or, you know, nothing really matters too much to me. I'm just going to take a land here because it's going to make my deck better, opens up options down the road. All right, so what do we have here? So we got Djinn of the Fountain, which I've found to be fine. You know, it's not a bad card. Timely Interference, which I think is a better blue card. Just, you know, cantripping, and it's really good for the blue-red spells deck. Very easy to turn this into 3 mana, kill a creature, draw a card. Again, Urborg Repossessed is a card I'm a pretty big fan of. So, I mean, we've got this Fires, we've got this Zar, we've got these lands. I think I might just take the Timely Interference. Like, I know that's like kind of a, you know, might look a little bit strange, but I really am a big believer in this card, and I'm happier to be in blue-red than green-white, at least from my early experiences. I found that I like blue-red a little more than green-white, so if I can lean that way, I think I'm going to. All right, this pack, we've got a Talus Lookout, which is like sort of Organ Hoarder-esque. Definitely not as good, right, but reminiscent, right? When it dies, you look at the top 2, take a card. What it lacks in an ETB, it makes up for in flying in some respect. I do think Organ Hoarder is a better card, but I'm happy to take it here. There's also Temporary Lockdown, which is, again, kind of more of a constructed card. This Monstrous Warleech, I don't think is particularly good. It's pretty fillery. Sleeper, fine card. Land, would be happy if we were closer to domain, but again, I think I'm going to try to draft this blue-red deck here. And now we got an Impulse, which is pretty nice with the blue-red deck. Like, you kind of just want cantripping stuff, like just any spells that draw you more spells so that whenever you have a spell payoff card in play, you can just like, keep chaining things. And Impulse is one of the better cantrips that you can find. So pretty happy to pick up here. Pixie Illusionist is good if you are heavy domain, can turn your lands into other land types, of course, where you can get like, +1 on your domain, and it fixes you early. There's this Blight Pile where, the Defender Tribal deck, which I found so far to be not amazing, but it is a thing you can do. Okay, here I'll probably take the Djinn. Like, this is one of the lesser payoffs for this deck, for sure. A blue-red spells deck. It's kind of just like, you kind of want your payoffs to be cheap, so that they come down, you can start casting your spells. There's like a 2-mana 1/2 with trample, and you put a counter on it when you cast a spell. That's a much better payoff for these kind of decks than this, where it's like, all right, we get to turn 6, and now I start doing my spells thing, right? I much prefer the cheap ones, but it's a solid card. I'll take it here. All right, so now we've got an option. We can take Shore Up, which is a pretty good protection spell, which is pretty good in blue-red, because you often have, like, you're lower on threats. You've got, like, maybe 10, 11 creatures, so protecting them is nice. Once again, I'll shout this tribute to Urborg, but I think I am just going to take the Shore Up. I have enjoyed a copy of this, and this Tide Turner, or whatever it is, the Voldalian thing that makes mana, I found to be not particularly good. It's just not what you're looking for in your spells deck. Your spells decks are generally pretty aggressive. I'll take Vohar out of this pack, though. It's a looter that if you loot away a spell, you gain some life, and you can buy back a spell later if you sacrifice it. Just pretty good rate, pretty decent card. And yeah, we might even move into like a blue-black control deck. Let's see. Here, I'll take a Mana Worker. I found this card to like be, kind of a glue piece if you're playing a bunch of colors. Not an actively good card, but it makes the cut sometimes. Okay, and a bunch of nothings. The gems don't even matter because this is a a loaded account. So I'll take the Automatic Librarian. I think it's the card that, funny enough, is most likely to make my deck. All right, then we take whatever. This Saga's just not particularly good. So, all right, so that's pack 1. Started in green-white, kind of made a little detour to some sort of blue deck. Worth noting too, I guess this is probably something that people probably want to know. Some color rankings. I think that the best colors are white, blue, red, in that order probably, and then I think green and black or tail end. And by the way, I don't think anything is bad, right? I think this is a pretty balanced set so far. I don't think you should stay away from green cards or black cards or whatever. I've just found if I'm going to lean one way, I prefer to lean into like one of those Jeskai colors. So what do we take here? Evolved Sleeper is a really good rare, and I think I'm actually going to take it here, considering some of the black cards wheeled in the earlier pack, and I think red is has not been very open, and this is a powerful card. 1/1 levels up, eventually becomes this gigantic threat that draws you cards. So yeah, I'm at least going to try this card out. Cut Down, pretty good card too. If you just think of this as like a shock variant, a little bit better than a shock maybe. And Extinguish is pretty good too, just solid removal spell. But I'll try out the rare here. Ooh, putting our full Golden Argosy into this draft pick, eh? Okay, so what works with this thing? So it is a card that works with blinking, or you want creatures that are good for blinking, because you can like crew multiple things. Like just because it says crew 1 doesn't mean you only have to crew with 1. You can go like, well, crew all my things with Enter the Battlefield effects. But I don't actually think we have that many. I think this is a little bit more of like a green card where there's more Enter the Battlefield effects. So I'm probably gonna pass on it, even though it's pretty cool. I think I'm just gonna take this Frostfist Strider. It's kind of like Berg Strider for those who have played Kaldheim, but you don't need the snow. It's double pipped, but kind of makes up for that with Ward too. So really a big fan of this card. All right, so what do we have here? We've got Bortuk Bone Rattle as kind of the only card in this pack I really care about. I mean, there's a dual land. I do care about that. But I'm kind of into taking this card here. It's a 6-mana 4/4 that Gravedig something. Or sorry, reanimate something if you have enough domain, but brings it back to your hand if you don't have enough domain. So really solid, good splash card. Yeah, I would like the dual land here, but I'm gonna take a rider on this, see if we can make something work there. Ooh, Phyrexian Espionage and Choking Miasma. Really interesting. So I found this card to be pretty decent in like a blue-black control deck. The question of, is this a divination format comes up pretty often when you have cards like this, just like a divination with kicker. And I think the blue-black controlling decks make pretty good use of this. Like there's decent cheap interaction, pretty good ways to not die early. And then it's a pretty good grinding card, right? If you can ever kick it, you get a 3-for-1 off of it. So I think that's a card that I am fairly interested in here. The Miasma is a good card too. I think I'm less into it if you can't kick it, just because like, the times when you can kick this, it does feel pretty good, because the creatures are generally pretty small in this format, and keeping one of your own alive is pretty good. So I'm just going to take the divination here and see where it goes. Oh, we got a Phyrexian Rager. Yeah, this card's really, really solid. Okay, so I think let's just do some reorganizing here a little bit. So we've got a black-white duel, a green-red duel, sorry, green-white duel. Take some of these cards out. Maybe we play the fires. But I'm going to highlight this Rager here. Just super solid. Black's pretty low on good creatures in this set. So, you know, Phyrexian Rager is very much appreciated because that is one of the few good ones at common. All right, we got a Tribute here. Again, -2. Okay, so let's bring these things to the board. Ooh, there's a land. Ooh, there's a Tolarian Terror, though. I really like this card. I guess a little bit more in blue-red because you've got, like, a bunch of cantrips, but this thing comes down. Like, if this ever costs 5, it's like a 5-mana 5/5 ward 2. Like, that's not bad on its own, and a lot of times you can make this, like, 2 mana after you've cast a bunch of cantrips, impulses, and timely interferences. I'm going to take the land here because I think it's pretty likely that we're blue-black, and we might be splashing, but I do like that card quite a bit. Okay, so now I can take a land for this Fires of Victory here. I think we might have outs to splashing that. There's also this Heirloom Battle Hymn, which is pretty powerful. Just a deal 4. You can kick it for white to gain 4 as well, but I will take the Fixing over another off-color card. All right, Vohar Wield, so that's nice. There's also another Phyrexian Espionage. I think that's a solid card, like I said. Writhing Necromass, not so into... There's like this cycle of spells that creatures that get, you know, expensive things that get cheaper given, you know, this is cards in graveyard or creatures in graveyard. The blue one we touched on was spells in your graveyard. I think most of them are pretty medium except for the blue one. So, like, you know, that was not really a card on my radar that I was considering there. Take a turtle, sure. All right, sorry, I was in the middle of cleaning things up here, and I never got around to it. So basically, we're like blue-black, maybe splash, Bortuck. A wall, sure, why not? Over Meteorite, maybe splash the fires. And this is what happens quite a bit in this format, I find. You're like, you know, sometimes you're going to get a really good 2-color deck, but there's so many good cards to splash because of so many cards with off-color kicker. Right, or just like, you know, powerful gold cards. So I was talking about where you want to take the lands, and that's just another reason to pick them up fairly early. I'm not taking the lands over good cards. Like, you know, I wouldn't take them over powerful cards like Fires or Bone Rattle or, you know, whatever it is. But if there's ever a pack where you're like, this is like, you know, there's nothing that exciting here, I'm not that into these cards, just take the land, right? It's helps with domain cards if you pick those up, helps with, you know, opportunistically splashing these kicker cards. Just, you know, all around a good time, I would recommend. All right, what do we take here? I think I'm just going to take the Essence Scatter. There's another Djinn, but I'm not super interested in another Djinn currently. And Essence Scatter is just always going to be good. Like, one of the problems with blue in general, in most sets, but this set especially, is its 2-drops generally suck. And, you know, it has good late game, generally good flyers and card advantage, but just getting over that hump of making sure you don't die early is really, really nice. And this is, you know, plays the role of a good 2-drop. But also, like, people are kicking cards, people are spending a bunch of mana, there's a bunch of enter the battlefield effects, and this trades up on mana in the mid part of the game or late game, so, yeah, just a huge fan of Essence Scatter, so grab that here, very happy to see it. Okay, so, let's see what we have here. We have a Blight Pile, which, again, another Defender Tribal card. I was talking about the Defender Tribal stuff a little bit earlier, and I think that, like, it's not necessarily a deck on its own unless you get, like, all the right pieces. Like, you know, you've got 8, 9 things that care about Defenders. But I do think you can slot it into, like, a blue-black control deck like this if you've got, you know, a Blight Pile and maybe the Mill one and, you know, whatever it is. I'm not going to take it here, but I think that's the most common use case for it, right? Or for these cards. Just, like, jamming them in a controlling deck otherwise. I'm just going to take another Espionage here. Oh, sorry, the Lookout. I actually missed the Lookout there for a second. I almost passed the Lookout, which is a better card than Espionage. Okay, what do we have here? So we've got Nail, which is an okay domain payoff. I don't think we are super looking to splash another card, so I'm probably not going to take it. 2/4 flyer that when it hits the opponent, you can scry a bit. If you have all 5 lands in play, you get to draw a card too. So it relates between this Urborg Repossessed and Impulse. And I am missing an Urborg Repossessed. And I do have, I guess I don't have a green, black, blue dual land, eh? Because this is a really nice one to be able to kick. Like, just rebuying something is nice, but being able to kick this is very, very nice. I mentioned this card a little bit earlier, but I want to kind of touch on it again. Just, like, rebuy a creature, gain 2 life. It's pretty solid on its own. And then kicking it for 3 mana, you know, it gets back lands, get back 2 creatures. The gain 2 is really, really nice. Anytime you have life gain attached to your, just, like, draw spell, it's pretty nice because, you know, you aren't affecting the board. You're tapping out for, you know, whatever, something that doesn't affect the board, a card advantage spell, you get a little bit of a life buffer. So that 2 life really, really does matter. Here, I'll just take another Talus Lookout. Yeah, can't go wrong with that. Again, another Tolarian Terror, but we're not super heavy, once again, on the spell stuff just yet. And this Talus Lookout, like, you know, it's a nice threat. It's a 4-mana, 3/2 flyer, which isn't, like, you know, the biggest threat in the world, but it also just blocks really well, which is really nice. Like, you play this on turn 4, your opponent's attacking you, and they're like, okay, well, I don't really want to attack into it. Like, they probably will, but you get a bit of value there. All right, so I can take a red-black dual land, and I think I probably do that over another Djinn. It's kind of interesting. Maybe not. Like, how badly... I do really want to play this Fires. That is something that is... I would very much enjoy doing that. And I think we even saw another Djinn earlier, and there's, like, just enough finishers I think we can pick up. Like, if I just pick up one more big thing, I'm going to be pretty happy. And I think if I miss out on another dual land, I'll be pretty bummed. So I think that's the bigger priority here. Ooh. Tolarian Geyser. This card's nice. This card's really, really good. Like, you don't even need to kick it. Some of the cards are, like, you really hope to kick it, or else it's just, like, not that good. This was just, like, if you can kick it, cool. If you got white mana, cool. I'm not going to be putting white mana into my deck most of the time to do it. But it's just a great card. Just 3 mana bounce something, draw a card is so solid. Okay, what do we have here? So, another Tribute. Okay, I'll take the Tribute here. Cheap interaction spell, not bad. Ooh, this is an interesting card to talk about. Impede Momentum. So in your blue-red spells deck where you're really pressuring, awesome card. Fantastic. It essentially acts as a 2-mana removal spell. In this kind of deck where we're more controlling, I don't like it as much. I'm just going to take another Urborg, Tributary Urborg. But yeah, that card is really, really nice in this kind of deck. All right, I'll take a Battlefly Swarm here. Yeah, I'm just rounding out the pack here. All right, another Tributary Urborg. You don't really want to load up on these too much. They do kind of play well with each other, though, to be fair. Right, because they're like, you know, you play one, or you cast one, gives like -2, -2, it sits in your grave, and then the next one, if you kick it, is -3, and there are 4, so on, so on. So, all right, so here is our deck. All right, so looks like probably not going to splash that Bone Rattle. And again, I was talking about finishers, but our deck's like not light on ways to close the game. Like, we've got this Djinn, we've got ways to buy stuff back, we've got these lookouts. We're really just like, I would like one more really resilient finisher for sure. And I don't necessarily regret not taking the second Djinn, by the way. I still like the dual land I have here. But like, I don't think we're going to have a problem finishing the game, I guess is the way I would put it. We've also got this Evolved Sleeper, which is nice too. So what are we cutting? I can probably cut this Mana Worker. Like, it's just like pretty, you know, whatever. I think we just run it like that. Yeah, it seems pretty solid to me. Yeah, okay. Looks solid. Let's give it a spin, shall we? Alrighty, let's jump in. You can see how much I've been playing today, because I'm in my 1 day of playing and streaming. I am at gold already, so I've got some reps in. I think this is my like 6th or 7th draft, I want to say, so far. I'll also try to, you know, talk about the format a little bit, my experiences, just like some you know, cursory stuff that I've noticed. So like speed wise, which is always a big question people are asking, is it fast, is it slow? It's pretty typical, is the way I would describe this format. Like, it's not too fast, it's not too slow. I don't feel dead if I don't have a 2-drop. You kind of want some late game stuff, right? Kind of like Baldur's Gate in a way, almost, where it's just like, yeah, like you'd like a good 2, but you don't want to play too much filler, and you know, top end matters too. I guess maybe Baldur's Gate's Redux, like the alchemy version, where you know after the nerfs and buffs. That's probably a better way to put it. It's not like the pre-nerfs and buffs Baldur's Gate. All right, they play a Cavalier, 2/2 and a 1/1. This thing has Enlist. We're gonna Impulse here. Find a red source or another Talus Lookout. Probably just our red source, I think. Yeah, I think so. I think if I only had one Talus Lookout here. Okay, well we got one anyways. If I only had one Talus Lookout here, I would not choose to do that. But I think with 2 here, I'm fine. I might just trade this off here. Depends what they do, but our deck's kind of just looking to trade. Alright, they play ooh, that's a solid one. So 3/1, if they kick it, they can make us both sacrifice a creature. Okay, so we get the Geyser. Yep. 52. Ooh, Phyrexian Espionage. I do like that one. Okay, so... So I can just cast the Espionage, get bopped for 5. That's not too bad. I kind of want some more defensive stuff anyway, so let's just take the turn to cast this. Because otherwise we're just casting a Lookout and blocking, which is fine, but just like not that exciting. This way we've got, you know, a Tribute and we can kill something and... all of the options. All of the options. Discard a Crystal Grotto. Okay. Ooh, that's a spicy one. Arena Stronghold. So when it when a creature they control deals combat damage, they reveal the top card of their library and they put in their hand, basically. I don't think it's an optional, right? You may you may reveal. Okay, cool. So it's optional. They put a Bone Splinters in their hand. Okay. So what now? I think I'm just gonna go play this and just trade off with the Sleeper. And hold up Tributary board here. Let's see what they do. We guys have the shore up. They go for something free combat. Another Sleeper. Okay, and they're kicking it. Okay, this is fine. Okay, this is good for us. I accept that exchange. Okay, so kill this. They have something? I guess no reason for me not to have kicked this, right? Oh, what? Didn't do anything? Okay, I'll take it. Okay, so now... now we can go Shivan Reef. We can Tolarian Geyser something. Probably this thing, and then... see what we draw. Just play the Lookout. I'll just trade with this thing. Ooh, Evolve Sleeper. Okay, well, that changes things a little bit. So, we play it, we level it up. And we can keep up... yeah, we can even keep up the shore up. Okay, let's just play this first, because I think they're going to be pretty likely to want to kill this. So they can get hidden. So they might just like play a creature, sacrifice it, we draw a card. I'm fine with that if that's what their plan is. Yeah, because then we have the Evolved Sleeper. Grab an island. Draw. Ooh. ELS is really quite strong. That's a scary one. 2/2 Death Touch. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under their control, they gain a life, and then when something they control dies, I lose a life. So it's a pretty good one. Ooh, what's happening here? Ooh, Orbital Repossession. Okay, yeah, that's solid. So this drawing a cheap creature was good. It gives me protection against their sack effect here. They're gonna be able to get in with this thing, unfortunately, but that's okay. All right, let's pass the turn. Okay, they're not kicking it. Oh, they are kicking it. Sorry. Sure, I'll sack this. Yeah, Impulse now. Ooh, fires. Tap the red, unfortunately. Okay, we'll take that. Oh, sorry, we have another red here. Never mind. Am I gonna kill this thing? Problem if I don't is that this Cleaving Skyrider starts dealing me damage. Alright, I think I just have to kill this thing and hope to find another removal spell, I think. Take some damage. Alright, so we level this up. My turn. Rager. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Cast the Rager. Ooh, solid. Okay. I like it. So let's just cast that. Lock down the Rider. And pass the turn. Unfortunately, you can't keep up this, but it's alright. All right, a barricade, not bad. Okay, so let's just level this up again. Yeah, we'll draw a card. Why not? It's a pretty nice one, pretty nice one. Okay, so now we just kill the flyer. Well, we get in here. Yeah, and then on their upkeep, we give this -X or -2. I do want to keep up the shore up now. I think it's fine to keep it up. Okay, okay. Are they gonna sacrifice again? I really like their Banalish Sleepers, eh? Okay, yeah, probably just have to sack my Frost Rider here, unfortunately. Make a block. Alrighty. It's not a bad one. Let's level up. I guess technically I should have played the barricade first, just in case they have something. Yep, get in. Oh, I suppose I could have activated it one more time, because I could still have a shore up. Alright, they play an Aaron. This card's pretty strong. This was in my 7-0 deck, or my 7-win deck that I had earlier, black-white deck. 3/3 menace, sack creature, put counters on all your stuff. Alright, well, it's dead, I guess. So let us, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can activate it twice. Yeah, okay, so this should be lethal as long as Arena does not tap all of my black mana. Thank you very much. Yeah. Do. And do it again. All right. All right. The sleeper got there. Sweet. All right. Let's go to the next one. Oh, we got a showdown. We're facing Ben, Mr. Metronome. All right. Let's do it. I'm so pumped for this. Okay. If I know Ben, he's on some multicolor nonsense. Most likely, I would guess. I don't know for sure, but this is a good indicator that that is true. All right, all right. So let's get in there with our sleeper. Play our Vodar, get the looting going. Vohar. Vohar. Gotta get the names right. Vohar. All right. So tap land. I think I'm just gonna be looting with this thing. That's a turn. Hopefully they jam some nasty thing here that we can Essence Scatter. Oh, they're like, Ben's like, what do I kill? Valerian Geyser, sure. That is fine. Pitch the interference. Alright, let's activate this sleeper here. Ooh, repossess. Cool. Okay, let's get in. Let's play our Vohar. I don't actually know if I've ever faced Ben. Maybe once. It's kind of funny. This might be the first time. At least it's been a very, very long time since I've faced Ben. Alright, it's an easy Essence Scatter there. Let's loot. Yes, please. Impulse. Okay, I think Impulse is better than the second Tribute here. We just don't need that much interaction currently. And, I'm gonna level this thing up. Heck yeah, I am. Heck yeah, I am. Alright, let's get in. The land art is really, really good in this set, I find. Just like really, really pretty. Scout the Wilderness. Alright, alright. Not kicked, notably. Okay. It's a land. As I said, bunch of nonsense. Let's take a Rager. My turn. Callous Lookout. It's not a bad one. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna cast the Lookout here. I think I'm fine with just bashing too. I think the points, every point's gonna matter here. I don't particularly care to loot currently, so we're cool. What's the big baddie that Ben's gonna slay in here? What am I super worried about? Okay. Kills our sleeper. We can buy that back. Ah, that's a baddie. It's a big baddie. And Tolarian Terror. Okay, yeah, that's solid. So we're going to tap down the Shauna so that Ben doesn't gain life from like a... I guess we don't even need to necessarily. We can block, but then we can't tap down the Terror because it has Ward too. So we will be doing that. Let's see what's in the grave. We've got some stuff that's not that important right now. Let's just loot. Got a land. Pitch the land. Okay, so let's go play a land. Play this. Lock down Shauna. Boop. And get in. I might buy back my my sleeper here. No, I think it's actually just better to buy back a flyer at this point. If this happens to die. House lookout, it's fine. Okay, so we contribute this, and well, we have potential lethal. Ben can find an interaction spell off of this, which would be not good. Be able to like kill our thing. Let me just rebuy some stuff though. Okay, let's play a land. Well, let's Rager first. Yeah. See what's up. Okay, play this, and I think I'm just gonna go for it here. Oh, you know what the smarter thing might have been to do? This would have been the smarter thing. To instead, probably not play the Rager, and kill this thing instead. Just like kick it, pay the ward, so that Ben doesn't get another look here. I think that's a much better thing to do, because now Ben has an instant, it looks like. Okay, so we're gonna play it safe. We're just gonna get with the lookout. Okay. Yeah, I think we're still gonna chill. I think we're not gonna cast Urborg. Okay. Ben can gain 3 here, which is especially problematic if this survives. Okay, we're good. Okay, close game. Not really, but I'll say for Ben's sake it was a close game. All right, into the next one here with a, fine hand. Got our mana, cheap interaction spell, an impulse. Okay, so I think we're just going to take this opportunity to play our tap land and play the Swarm. Red-green, eh? Like, impulse, cantrips in general are better once you kind of have an idea of what's going on in the game. Like, you know what you need to look for. Maybe you've drawn, a few extra lands. You don't need to find lands. I think I'm going to cast this now, though, just because I do have the sleeper that I could play. So it's just better, if you're really tight on mana and you know for sure, hey, I'm not going to be able to kick this or whatever it is. Let me take this giant, I think. Or you're not going to be able to find a place to cast the impulse otherwise. Yeah, just cast it. But our hand is pretty cheap. And yeah, maybe if I drew lands, then I'm not going to need lands. I think it's fine to do it there, though. Because we are looking to find some action when the opponent's not doing much. Again, I think I'm going to do this, yeah. Take a House Lookout, sure. We'll find our land eventually for this 5-drop. Okay, very slow. Very slow. Alright, get in. Look out. Pass the turn. Yeah, opponent's all just like Ben, full domain nothings. Yeah, I mean I could play this. Sure, why not? Pressure's pretty well. Don't want to kill this, it's fine. Ooh, it's a 10-10. Alright, it's big. It's chonky. Okay, so what do we do here? This gives -4 currently. Alright, I guess we're just getting in with that, and hopefully trading off with the swarm. I think if they don't, if they kill this or something, I'll just block here and then rebuy it with repossession. We have a lot of cards in hand. This thing is massive. Alright, that one's not so bad. Okay, so let's kick this. Get -4. Tail swipe. Alright, it's fine. Slight annoyance, but fine. Turn. Ooh, Jin. Solid. Okay, so yeah, if I cast Urborg by my flyback, it doesn't really do anything. It gives me a scry, I suppose. So let's just get in here. I'm gonna cast the Jin for sure, but I'm just trying to figure out if I want to cast this too, and I think the answer is no. All right, so they have to do something. They're facing down lethal. Attacking. Interesting. Yeah, I think I'm gonna block. Having access to a tap effect is pretty good here. Oh, okay. Well, they're dead. It doesn't actually matter, but yoink. Pop. Alright, sweet. Yeah. Alright, yeah, their deck is a pretty good example of, like, what the domain deck's looking to do. I guess, ideally, you've got a few more cheap things, so that, you don't fall behind, but they look to have, all the fixings, some good payoffs. Ooh, facing Ham TV here. All right. We got a real match now. Versus Kyle Rose. If you don't know Ham TV, very, very good drafter. Just old school player. Is a MTGO player mostly. Who's always got like the most trophies on the leaderboard by a lot. Like 2 weeks into the format, he'll have like 43 trophies or something. Prodigy, sure. Impulse, and I'll just take a scatter here. Our barricade can block this 2/2. Ooh, don't do that instead. Probably not. Probably not, considering if we draw land next turn, we can double spell, potentially. Okay, so 4/3. Yep. Get at me. Land? Land. Okay, cool. So cast this thing. Pass the turn. Alright, casting impede the moment. I probably want to shore that up. Yeah, I think that is probably a bit too hefty of a cost here. To have this tap down for 3 turns. There's just so much damage. I'm not going to be blocking with this thing. Gonna kill it? Alright, fair enough. I'll just Urborg repossess it. Ooh, or do I just Sleeper Agent? That's interesting. I think I just Sleeper Agent, because then I can hold up Essence Scatter too. I like how this says, specifies if that instant sorcery would be put into your graveyard or exile it. Specifically, I assume, so you can't loop these two. This thing has to block. Ugh, that's unfortunate. Is there anything I can do about that? Not really. Okay. Well, actually, no, it's not true. I can do something about that, right? So do this. And then I do this and interfere. Alright. Cool. We did it. Really doing it here. it. Land. Impulse again. Okay, so... Yeah, I'll just pass. Have the scatter up again. Have this, oh yeah, that is one I'm going to scatter. Have this activation up. Turn you into 3/3. Let's start drawing cards, shall we? Yeah. All right. Yeah, this card's sweet. Valerian Terror. It's a good one. Let's impulse. Try to find. Land's not bad. I don't think I want the Djinn. Tribute's a decent interaction spell here. Yeah, you know what? Just take the decent interaction spell. Like, that's pretty solid. Another one of those, eh? Okay, so let's play the Rager. Play the Rager. Geyser. Geyser's not bad against this card. And let's just play this. Pass the turn. We might take 5 here, but it's not that big of a deal. Just passing. Very, very flooded it looks over on Ham's side there. So, what do we do? We just play the Lookout. Get a flyer in play. Yeah, gotta take some damage for that, unfortunately, but what are you gonna do? I want to end the game now before Ham draws any of his, you know, busted cards that I'm sure he has. All right, now, land wouldn't be bad, but I'm going to pitch it here. My turn, another Lookout. All right, get in. Play another Lookout. Again, painful. Got to scatter, maybe? All right, got to scatter. That's fine. Lands. Okay, so let's loot first. Ooh, fires. All right, let's pitch. Just like on all removal spells here. Just this thing. Maybe the Solarian Geyser, actually. That's probably better. Let's get in. Just pass the turn. Could draw a card, actually. Yeah, you know what? Let's draw a card because we want to hit a land drop. All right, cool. We're not leaving up the kicked modifiers, but that's okay. Espionage. Just a draw 2. No kicker. And draw 2 is good for him at this point of the game, though. Okay, so can give this -2. I think I'm just going to block sack. Yeah, I think that's fine. Could even just take it, but again, I just want to be hitting land drops here, I think. Figment, sure. All right, so why don't we again with the Lookout, play the Swarm, pass the turn. Another Essence Scatter, maybe? Yeah, another Essence Scatter. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, a millionth land here, unfortunately. Yeah, we'll draw a card with this. Nice. Let's do a little looting. Alright, so we've got 10 cards in the library. We should be able to end the game. Soonish. Relatively soon. Okay, let's get in with this. So we could start getting in with the Sleeper. Probably a fine idea. They have to block. We're not that much in danger of dying or anything. All right, let's pass the turn. Okay, solid card, solid card. They're 5/5. Yeah, let's do this. Kick it. Yes. Pay the ward. Draw a card. Play another land. Get this. Kill this. And let's get in. Alright. So, yeah. Not the most, competitive game, I suppose. I think, again, Ham drew a few too many lands, but, good showing for a control deck, I suppose. Alright, next round here. We got a, solid hand. Really good hand, actually. Got all our mana, sleeper. I guess we're missing double blue, but... This battlefield, somebody on my Twitch stream brought this up, but this battlefield looks so much like a Pokemon stadium. Like, it's just like a... almost even looks like it's got a Pokeball in the middle. Like, there's the cutout here. I don't know. It's funny. It's very pretty. I like it, but... Alright, put mulligans. We play our sleeper. Okay, so we go... Play our looter. Get in there. Divine Wall. O2. Look at the top 6. They put a land on their hand. Alright. Okay, so... What do we do here? Let's loot. Pitching a Impulse. Player lands. Let's attack. Activate. Opponent seems to... Well, they're here. They hovered. Seems to be gone? I don't know. What's happening here? Okay. Looks like they are timed out potentially. Looks like an Essence Scatter. Yeah, okay, they didn't do anything. Alright, might be a quick game here. Yeah, it looks like something happened here, unfortunately. So, I'll cut back to you when there's some action. Okay, it looks like they just disconnected. So, nothing really happened. I just played a spell. I attacked. They are back, it seems. So, well, let's see if anything funky happens. I imagine it was just a disconnect, but... Are they going to Bone Splinter this? Alright, that's fine. Get a little looting. Pitching a land. Okay, alright. Yeah, it's a weird game. What can I say? Weird game. So, not the most interesting, apologies, but, we take the win. We take the win. Alright. Yeah, it's a little bit suspect, but we've got the Geyser. We can cycle with the Interference. It's a very keepable hand, I think. Or at least keepable enough by my standards. Okay. One thing is that you can't cycle this if you don't have a creature, or if there's no creature to target, so there's a slight risk of that, but I imagine it shouldn't be such a big deal here. Alright, they play 3-1, which I will just cycle this. I'm probably going to bounce it anyways, but, might change my my decision here. So, if I Geyser, they can replay it, and they make me sack my Lookout. Yeah, that's fine. Just bounce that to not take some damage. Ooh, infinite Lookouts anyways, so we're kind of okay on that front. Passer Swarm, sure. And cast it. Okay. No, just, play a Lookout. Just trade off if they attack the sleeper, honestly. Yep. I will take that block. Have a trick? No? Okay. I think I will take a land here. Yeah, I think a land is good here. Rift Protector, sure, okay. Yeah, just got another lookout down, and I assume we're not going to be able to block this thing, but, you know. I might even throw this lookout in front of the Battlefly Swarm. Make them spend a mana. We got a card. Shadow Apparition. Alright. So it's a 4-mana 2/2 flyer that can pump. Alright, so we're going to probably want to find a removal spell for this thing, because we can't really trade with it profitably in combat. We could double block next turn, but I don't like that very much. Rather just find some removal spells, because our deck's just so loaded with them. Rager or land? I think we take a land. That unlocks the fires. Okay. Urborg Repossession. Okay, so we can get back something here. I think I'm just gonna play my land. Obviously. Play my red land. Play this. I could kick Espionage. But let's just play this. There's like a decent chance that they just don't have another creature. We can block. Or at least, you know. This thing is fairly threatening at this point. I could even just like block here, force them to tap out. Or close to tap out, tap 4 mana to win this combat. Interesting. They're looking in their grave. They're like looking at their creatures. Or what's up here. Okay, it looks like they didn't have a creature. They're probably gonna pump anyways, I imagine, so. It's not like I'm making them waste mana or anything. I would be saving myself some life, but I think it's okay just to not block here. Take what, 4 or 5 max? Oh, okay. Huh. Middle of combat Shadow Prophecy is interesting, but they could have done that and hit a creature. And they get an attack with the Griff Protector. Alright, that's fine. Alright, now we're in a pretty good spot. So, finding Impulse, we can just fires this. Kind of want to get my card, though, to be honest. So, let us pass the turn. Actually, no, play the Desecrator. Yeah, that's better. I was thinking about impulsing, but just getting the looter in play is a little bit better, I think. Ooh, they have their own Vault Sleeper. Okay. Tis a good one. Tis a good one. Ah, cool. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna get them, sort of. Like, we can block with the Engineer. They're gonna pump twice. And we can fire as a victory. And then we can find another removal spell for this thing. We have some in our grave that we can buy back if we really want to. Now, we do hope they don't have the indestructible trick here, but if they do, they do. Sweet, okay. So we get hit for 3 here. And then a equipment. Okay. So, how do we deal with this? So this Evolved Sleeper, they can activate it fully this turn. So I think we probably just want to Vodar, get back flyers and kill it. And the Griff Protector is going to be kind of an issue too. But it shouldn't be too bad. So I'm going to loot first, which is nice. Pitch a land. Yeah, sack. This. Do I want to kick it, or do I want to? Yeah, I'm probably fine with kicking it here. I don't think I'm going to cast these cards necessarily. All right, we might even get a sneaky untap here with the shore up. Like if they just go for an attack, even if they equip this, I'll shore up and tap, make a trade. Even works if they play one creature. Doesn't work with the Alpha equip, I suppose, so that's not true. Oh, okay. That's a pretty good one, yeah. Solid, solid. Alright, so now we do have to find an interaction spell for this, unfortunately. Yep. Fortunately, we found two pretty good things here. Okay, so we can Strider it, and then we can repossess the other thing. Yeah, that seems good. Okay, Essence Scatter is a good one too. Okay, so let's just go Strider, lock down the Griffin. And I think I'm just going to leave up Scatter here. Like, yeah, looks a little bit suspect, is a little bit suspect, but you know what? Maybe not. Maybe I just play this. Yeah, this is fine. Like, if they resolve, what's the worst they can do? it's my logic here. What's the worst they can do? I really appreciate getting this into play now, because then it's like, it just speeds up the clock by a turn. Because we can pressure quite well with it. If this was a good enough clock on its own, sure. I don't play it, but we don't do anything. Okay, interesting, interesting. So, yeah, let's just level this up. In there. I think I level up again. Alright, alright. They didn't do anything. Kind of wanted to see what they would do before I do anything else here. So let's just Impulse. Find a Battlefly Swarm. Yeah, that's good enough. Alright. Got the Shore Up. Got the Essence Scatter. Our bases are like kind of covered here. Okay, they are tapping. Provian Cavalier. How much do I care about that card? I think enough. Yeah, I think I care about it enough. Two blockers makes trades annoying here. What is all that action in the graveyard they're looking at? Splatter Goblin, okay. Uh-huh. I will block. We'll give it Death Touch. Okay. Interesting. I do have to worry about this, because it does give haste to Legends. It could just die off the top. Okay, so let us... I guess we Espionage. Let's get the last card out of their hand. And let's not tap that much blue mana, Arena. Thank you very much. Like this. Yeah, like that. See what's going on over there. Ooh, good. Interaction spell is nice. Oh, I see. Okay. Surprised they didn't just do that, actually. So now we don't quite win, because I kill this. Oh, wait, do we? Hold on. Exaxes? No, we're one mana off, because I can't then Shore Up. Oh, no, it doesn't matter. But, yeah, I'm going through too many steps here. I was like, okay, if I kill this, I go negative, and then I can't pump it. No, I just Shore Up in response to the trigger. So, yes, that is fine. All right, we're good. We're good. I figured it out, everybody. Sometimes my brain just is 2 steps ahead of my fingers, you know? All right, there we go. We got there. Ooh, okay, our final, hopefully final game here, potentially final game here is against KLD. There's a bunch of ringers tonight, eh? I guess that makes sense. It's all streamers, but it's cool that we get to do this. Good hand, too. Good hand. All right, got our looter, got our mana. Blue-red. Ooh, this is the boogeyman. This is the deck I don't want to see, you know? Okay, so we could just do that, actually. Not take some chip damage. Yeah, I'm actually pretty into that. Just not taking chip damage here. Like, yeah, it's more mana efficient to cast this, but it's all good. I guess the -1 trick really gets me. Alright, it didn't happen. That's a Drake. Sure, sure. Okay, it's not so bad. So, shall we Divination or shall we cast our Looter? I think we just cast our Looter. Ooh, okay. Got some white in there too. The Illusionist is a 1/1, sure. And Espionage is a Divination. Okay, so not so bad, not so bad. We're doing okay here. Let's just cast our Callous Lookout, pass the turn. Looks to be like not super duper focused, is it? Like, luckily, like, you know, got some card draw. Interesting. Okay, well, might as well block here. Soak with the most damage. Seems to be a trick. Yeah, that's fine. Get a removal spell? That'd be nice. Another one of these. It's kind of like a removal spell. If you squint. Okay, I'll take it. I think it's better than the dual land there. White as well. Okay. Yeah, let's loot. Nice. Cool. Great. Having a good time. Let's cast the Strider, tap down the Drake, and take a... Danitha. Uh-oh. Alright, well, that's a little bit of a problem. It's large. It's very large. 4/4 lifelink, Vigilance, first strike. That's the splash, I guess, I suppose? Alright, let's see if we can find something to deal with that. Found a red source, so I do need that. I'm going to pitch the Vodar here. But now they're empty-handed. Well, now they're empty-handed. We're gonna take this. Yeah. Captain's Call. Sure. Okay. So, we're just chilling. We're not in a great place, but we're not in an awful place either. Interesting. Okay. I will block there. I think I just block here to soak up some damage. It's 4 or 5. No, this is fine. This is fine. I assume this means, yeah, another trick. Sure. Okay. Yep. Okay, so we are under a little bit of pressure here. Gotta say, a little bit of pressure. Cast this Lookout. That's the turn. See what they do. Descending. Block here. Activate this. Shore up. Well, that's pretty good, actually. You know what? I think we might be shoring up to save our Callous Lookout. Pitch this. Seems like an attack all just for pushing damage, I would imagine. Yep, another one. Okay. Okay, we're kind of getting here. We're kind of getting there. Yeah, pass the turn. We can kill the Danitha now. Just kick it. Let's kill this. Or... block here, go to 2. That is unfortunate. Okay, so we can loot. That does it, right? I think that actually helps because it's gonna be 5. I'm gonna 1 here, and then this thing's gonna be on my back forever. So we pitch this Impulse, gain a life, and then cast this. Oh, Tribute to Herbivory actually does it too. Okay, because I can give this negative power. Okay, at the bottom of the card. We're getting the in for 4. Yeah, okay. Hanging on here. By a thread. By a thread. Alright, alright. We pass the turn. Alright, we're gonna tribute and response. Yep, deal me -6 damage. Loot. Ooh, Jin. I think I have to get rid of this impulse, unfortunately. Alright, we play this. Pass the turn. Alright, we're kind of doing it. Kind of doing it, honestly. Let's loot. I should stop looting at some point, just because I am running a little bit low on cards. Alright, so now we're going to start just doing this. Yeah, okay. Yep. Get in. Pass the turn. Don't call it a comeback. We were in the driver's seat the whole time. Captain's call. Okay, that's a little annoying because I can't scatter that. Yeah, I think now is the time to stop looting. So I geyser one of them. +1/+1. Ooh. Go to 1. Go to 1, eh? I can buy back a removal spell. Alright, yeah, let's get in. Guess I should have probably Phyrexian Ragered first, technically. Would have been smarter. Shivering Bear. Okay, sure. Died a removal spell, but I do think we have to keep up this still. Oh, is this, uh-oh. I think this is +2/+1 of the team and trample. No, we're just trading here. Okay. That's fine. Shore up. Okay. Still fine. Alright, alright. That's a concession. Like I said, don't call it a comeback. We were always gonna win that game. Alright, we even made it to plat today, so that's kinda cool. Alright. Alright, so I accidentally clicked claim price here, so we don't get to look at the deck one last time, but go back to deck building if you want the visual. And that was great. I mean, I think good example of just a classic, you know, blue-black control deck with a little bit of a splash in there, which I think is going to be pretty typical in this format. But yeah, I really enjoyed this format so far. Stay tuned if you want more of this Dominaria content. Going to be releasing the set overview with all my findings and just like everything I know about the set very soon on the channel. More drafts to come, all the good stuff. If you're new to the channel, consider a subscribe, consider a follow, comment, tell me the things you liked, all that. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.